I'm about to stop trying to date men altogether. I'm about to live happily ever after by myself for the rest of my life. Just me and my friends, okay? Because I'm over these men.
Someone came on here talking about this girl got low income white girl eyes.
It's completely okay to leave a man who lusts over other women, and more specifically, women who look the complete opposite of you. If I see on your Instagram all you follow is BBL warriors, Instagram models, this, that, you and everybody, you're getting your left. I'm not a fan of the whole he can look but he can't touch. He look, he left. Period. Like,
Hi, I'm Janice. I'm 40. I ended up popping my balloon. I do like your energy. I think you're very vibrant. But for me, I do like my guys just a little bit more slimmer. But that's about it. I think you have a very like beautiful smile, and yeah, you're very pleasant to be around. But yeah, it just might be competing energy. That's about it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, is she someone that's your type?
House cleaning before we get started. For the over 500 of you rocking with me, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door from me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Every video engagement absolutely helps promote your boy into the YouTube algorithm. I thank all of y'all for the support. Now, let's get to it. Drop the video. Man, let's go.
I'm about to stop trying to date men altogether. I'm about to live happily ever after by myself for the rest of my life. Just me and my friends, okay? Because I'm over these men. So I'm currently in Atlanta, and I went on one date with a guy that lives here in Atlanta a year ago. I started dating somebody else, so I stopped really talking to him, and then that other situation ended. But he lives in Atlanta, so it's not like we talk all the time or see each other ever. But I was gonna be in his city. So I texted him on Thursday because he texted me. He texts me every single time he sees me on TV. He texts me and he's like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. Love the boots, love the dress, et cetera, right? So I texted him back when he texted me on Thursday after seeing me on my show. And I said, hey, actually, I get to your city tomorrow. And he was like, oh my God, we have to hang out. And I said, I know. I get there Friday night at 7. I can either hang out then, or it will probably be better if we hang out on Saturday after I'm done working at noon. I leave on Sunday morning. He said, bet. He calls me after he's done golfing this morning with all of his friends. He actually was on the way home at 4 p.m. I had just woken up from a nap, had a great nap. He's like, okay, you're staying here. Let's figure out some places that are near you. I know this place, this place, this place. We could also just go to the restaurant in your hotel because it's really nice. I said, great. He said, okay, let me call around, see if I can book a reservation. I'm gonna go home and shower, and then I'll call you when I'm done. I said, great. This man, he sends me a text message, and it says, hey, today threw another curveball at me. I knew it might not work, but now it's not going to. Don't hate me. I actually do. I do hate you. Because what are you talking about? A curveball? When you got home, I was on the phone with you on the way home. What could have possibly happened when you arrived to your home that makes you have to cancel? It's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night. I'm thinking like, are you married? What else could it be? So I'm trying to figure out what to do. Should I block him? Or should I just never respond to anything that he ever texts me ever again? He said don't hate him. I do.
Let me try to run this down in a brief synopsis. There was a guy she wasn't really interested in. She friend zoned him for another guy she was actually interested in. That relationship didn't work out. She's by herself now. So she still is in communication with this male orbiter. And she was going to be in his city. He was like, we should hook up, hang out, whatever. I'm still trying to figure out what hang out mean. Is it a date, or are you guys just friends hanging out? Because from her story, she's presenting this like it's a date. So I'm a bit confused. Were you just hanging out with this guy? Because clearly you're not interested in him for anything as far as, romantically. This is purely something platonic. So the guy couldn't hang out, date, situation, whatever you guys were planning to do, because something came up, right? And he told you that he didn't know if it was going to work out, you and him hanging out, meeting up to hang out. You're upset because, let me make sure I get this correctly. You're upset because a guy you friend zoned couldn't see you to hang out on a spur of the moment thing when you were in his city. That's about the gist of it, right? Why the anger? Why do you hate this guy so much? Could it be because you're alone, you're lonely, and the guy that you friend zone, you believe would be always available for whenever you wanted to pick him up off the friend zone shelf, and when he couldn't come through for you, you're now upset and you hate this guy. This is just another example of women, some women, not all women behave like this, but this one does, wanting her cake and eat it too. She wanted this guy to be in her friend zone because let's be honest here, she's not sexually attracted to him. She wants to pick him up when she wants to pick him up. And when he didn't do or fall in line with something she thought he should fall in line with, i.e., the hangout scenario, now you hate this guy that you didn't like from the start. Got it. Got it. Ma'am, if you don't want to date men, there's no one putting any pew pew to your head to make you date men. If you don't want to go out on date with guys you're clearly not sexually attracted to, no one is putting a pew pew to your head and making you do that. You could simply be alone, like most people who don't want to get into dating scenarios, hangout scenarios, or situationships. What happened was the guy that you friend zone, your male orbiter, didn't play ball that day, and you're upset because you made plans for him to simp on you, give you attention and validation, and he didn't come through. Now you're on the internet looking for other attention from people you don't know to validate how you feel about your male orbiter. Fantastic.
Someone came on here talking about this girl got low income white girl eyes. It's because poverty's exhausting. I don't need to open my eyes all the way. Ain't shit out there.
She does have sleepy eyes. I'm not going to lie. She does have sleepy eyes. She looks like she's been asleep for about 20 years. Like she's been sleeping on or napping on the side of Rip Van Winkle, right? Whoever made that comment, you are a demon. You are a demon of the highest order. Like on the demonology tree, you're up there on the top tier of branches to tell her that because it's true. It's true. I don't know how poor she is, but it's true. You do have a case of the sleepy eyes. Hilarious.
It's completely okay to leave a man who lusts over other women, and more specifically, women who look the complete opposite of you. If I see on your Instagram all you follow is BBL warriors, Instagram models, this, that, you and every bitch likes, you're getting your ass left. I'm not a fan of the whole he can look but he can't touch. He look, he left. Period. Like, I just watched a video of a marriage counselor, and she basically was talking about how men feed their lust by looking at other women. She broke it down and she really put it into perspective for me, because she said that if women get body dysmorphia from constantly looking at other women and it altered their mind state, what the fuck do you think that does for men who constantly lust over other women?
Wait. I got to stop here for just a moment. Did you just hear what she said? She said a shrink told her, or she listened to a shrink tell her, that women get body dysmorphia by constantly looking at other women over and over again, comparing themselves to those women, trying to get that perfect body. She somehow, her and both the shrink, right, linked that to men some kind of way, looking at women over and over again, and what do you think that does to them? So let me make sure I follow the logic train here. You think because men find the female form sexually attractive, that is somehow comparable to body dysmorphia. All right, you can't make this stuff up. Social media is undefeated with lunacy.
Think about it. Stay with me now. I believe in this type of love because I've been this way my whole fucking life. If I'm with my partner, I don't give a fuck to look at nobody else. I don't give a fuck to think about nobody else. Honestly, and I will say, I don't even really think. Like, if I see somebody that's cute, it doesn't register in my mind, oh, he's cute. It's just, I see a person, that's a person, right? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I promise you I've been this way my whole fucking life. I've never had a celebrity crush. I've never idolized no nigga. Like, I can't tell you, if you ask me to name 5 of the finest niggas right now, I'm not going to be able to name, because I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Cap. I'm calling BS. Cap. It's cap. You're a human being, ma'am. You've seen attractive men outside of a potential relationship you may or may not be in. We all have eyes. We can all spot attractive people. This is complete BS. You can name 5 attractive men if you wanted to, but you got on social media capping to prove a point, and we're not buying it. It's cap.
Let's be realistic now. Just because you dating somebody doesn't mean that you're never going to find somebody else attractive. That's true. I will say that. But however, lusting over women, like we go look at your phone and it's all these bitches all up and down your explore page, all up and down your TikTok, all the people you follow and all on your timeline. That's unrealistic, bitch. I'm not sticking with no niggas with that shit. I don't give a fuck how much I love you. We as women have normalized it so much because niggas just be getting their way with shit. Not with me though. But a small example of that is like, we both look at her ass. We both say that she got a fat ass. Da-da-da-da. Sorry, I'm a loser. I'm a lame. You tell me a bitch got a fat ass in front of me, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking shit. And you gonna be single after that. I'm not finna make it cool for you to look at other women just because you think I'm right there. I feel like that's the ultimate level of disrespect. Bitch, you ain't even gonna try to hide it. You gonna look and tell me that you. I'm not that cool. I'm not the cool girlfriend. I'm not. Y'all might even try to eat me up for this one, but I'm not even dating no nigga that go to strip clubs. Y'all can keep that shit. Y'all can keep them niggas, I promise you, because your ass will never ever be cool with a nigga dangling his little shit all over me. I'm not gonna make it cool for you. But you constantly look at other women, specifically women, the BBLs and this and that. When men constantly look at that, it will slowly grow to get bored of you because they're losing sight of reality. You're idolizing these women on social media who have 30 edits on their pictures. They got 10 shots, they this, they that. And then you come back to me and you looking at me, a regular motherfucking individual. What the fuck do you think that's going to start to do for your brain? Be realistic. I can never be with an extremely lustful man. You're feeding your lust the more you look at other women all the fucking time. That's the ultimate level of betrayal, and it's emotional cheating. I don't give a fuck.
I would like to know the research she put into this diatribe. Like, did you research male sexual psychology at any point before you decided to record this diatribe, right? I'm pretty sure she didn't. So look, I'm going to say this before I get back to her real quick. I think if you're in a relationship, parameters have to be set. Boundaries have to be set. What you and your partner agree to have to be a standard. It has to be a standard. Like if you're with a woman who doesn't allow or give allowances for you to admire the female physique in her presence and comment on it, then don't do it, or don't be with a woman like that. There are people who are equally yoked when it comes to their values, morals, and standards. You all have to learn how to match with those people. Now, if you're with a person who is disrespectful after you've had this conversation, and preferably this conversation at the beginning of the relationship, not in the middle, not in the end, but you sat down, you and your partner discussed what the relationship would look like in regards to seeing other people that are attractive, going on social media, following Instagram thotties, liking bops on social media, whatever y'all discuss, and set those parameters. If that person is disrespecting those boundaries and parameters, then you have every right to have an opinion about them disrespecting the boundaries and parameters of that relationship. You have every right to end that relationship. You have every right to find someone that matches your values. Now, back to you, madam. It's bullshit what you're saying. You live in a free world. You're in a free country. You don't have to be with any man that doesn't line up with your pathology at all. You don't like guys that go to strip clubs? Don't date guys that go to strip clubs. You don't like guys that follow thotties and bops on social media? Don't be the guy that follows thotties and bops on social media. What I think is going on here, she's been scorned. She has had a guy or maybe several guys that have done this to her, and she took to social media to vent, to get validation, to get clapping from the SEAL, crowd, the SEAL clapping crowd, I should say. And she's looking for that validation. But ma'am, no one has a pew-pew to your head. You don't have to date any guy that doesn't follow the standards or boundaries or parameters you set for a relationship. End of story. End of story. You don't have to date who you don't want to date. And there's nothing wrong with people being attracted to other people, seeing attractive people, admiring attracted people's physique, but you have to be respectful within the guidelines and parameters set by both individuals in the relationship. If not, it will not work. It won't. And I don't believe you should be lusting after people if you're in a committed relationship or marriage anyhow. The person you should be lusting after is the person you're in the marriage or relationship with. Lust after that person.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, I'm Janice. I'm 40. I ended up popping my balloon. I do like your energy. I think you're very vibrant. But for me, you have maybe a little bit too much energy because I can be vibrant as well, and then it just might be too much. So I prefer somebody that's a bit calmer. And that can also calm my energy down because sometimes I can go real hard. Not in a bad way. I just, I have a lot of energy as well. And also, I do like my guys just a little bit more slimmer. But that's about it. I think you have a very beautiful smile, and yeah, you're very pleasant to be around. But yeah, it just might be competing energy. That's about it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Well, to be as transparent as my coffee pot,
Yes.
yes, she would be my type. And I'm not just saying that, to say it, but if I was at the gas station, I saw you pumping gas, I would notice you. So
Would you
yeah.
pump my gas for me?
Hey, if I was your man, I would.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got another pop over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Phoenix Lemon. I'm 48, and thank you for your service. I popped my balloon because of the Doberman. I'm not an animal. I got allergies and try to be poor. But everything you said, the values, the belief system, I agree with wholeheartedly, and you look very, very nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
I came back to this video. I believe I did this video quite a while ago. I don't know if a lot of people saw it or not, but I wanted to go back to this video because I think I missed some things in it. I think they're far too old to be this pretentious. Janice just wasn't attracted to this guy. He was a little chunky for her liking. And the other woman, basically the same thing. This guy just wasn't their physical type, right? And they're absolutely entitled to that perspective. They don't have to be attracted to anybody they're not attracted to. But I think this is an example of what goes on in the dating market, not with just 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, but 40, 50, and 60-year-olds. This pretentiousness never changes. It's like people are so fixated on the outer. And I get it. You have to be attracted to someone to want to be in a relationship with them. But people are so fixated on the outer things that don't really make up a person's character. They don't even get to know the person's character before they disqualify them solely based on things that, he might be a little chunky to them. He could lose weight. But I get it. You have to have that initial attraction. But I think a lot of times people fail in the dating market because they come with these expectations, and no one has to adhere to your expectations, whether they be financial, physically, emotionally, or sexually. No one has to adhere to those expectations. And if your expectations become way too stringent, way too staunchly entrenched and not moving, then you're going to be alone. And that alone is going to turn to loneliness, because it's okay to be completely alone if you're okay with that. But loneliness is a disease that is corrupting a lot of people in the dating market because it makes you do things like, and I hate using this word, settle, or use someone to get over something. Don't ever allow yourself to become lonely because you're so staunchly entrenched in your expectations. It's okay to be alone and work on yourself. As long as you're alone and working on yourself and trying to better yourself and get out of these pretentious pseudo expectations that we have on one another, because people are going to be people. And the majority of us, the overwhelming majority of us, are average people. I get so tired of seeing average people, which most of these women on here were either average or some were slightly below it. And I'm not trying to be mean here, but some were slightly below it. And we have too many average people expecting something that they're not. They're expecting people to be 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s to enter into their life when they're 4s and 5s. You're an average person. Janice was an average person. She wasn't bad looking. She was an attractive woman, but she was still very average to me. And so was the last woman. She was a very average woman, but she was not unattractive. And there's nothing wrong with being average. I think a lot of times people are going into the dating market with unrealistic expectations, which is stopping them a lot of times from finding true love, from finding someone that they're actually compatible with, because they can't get past their types. And their type is going to make them lonely and keep them perpetually single. That's all I got, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get it cracking in the comments. I'll see y'all in the credits. 2 fingers. Peace. I'm out. Catch y'all in the next one. I'm out of here. Like Jesus.
You think that what we're fighting about is stupid. Just cause you don't agree don't mean it's stupid. Lately communication feels so useless. If we don't got that obsessive love, then what are we doing? I don't ask for much from you. It's like you don't got the time to lose. Make me feel like I'm a burden when I tell you how I'm hurting.